Here we go. Welcome back to the show that never kicks straight, like the Eagles forward line, except we don't get paid. We're a podcast equivalent of a Monday Lamb Review, where our jokes are cooked and the research is too. We don't fact check, we vibe, guess and yell, just like Dimmer in the presser for the Gold Coast after they played very well. So strap in, dear listeners, let's go for a ride with bets and bad jokes, and our bias we won't hide. We're slicker than Hutchie's Dome and dumber than Damo's takes and more unreliable in Port when they're in close games. Welcome back to the 100K Footy Show, where every week we get together, we collect our best bets for the weekend, we slap a cool, hard, crisp $10 if we shoot to try and win $100,000. Boys, this season we're officially powered by
PointsBet, of course.
Beautiful. And boys, it's great to be back. Jev, awesome. You are hot off the press, as it is.
Yeah, I was just on Toby Green Tuesday, so that
beautiful,
was good.
beautiful,
Thanks,
beautiful,
Jeff.
beautiful.
Moving up in the world.
My lesbian neighbours gave me a Rolex for my birthday. I think they misunderstood me when I said I want to watch. Yeah, so I was just me, Tommy, Toby Green talking a bit of footy. I might become a semi-regular on that show. Might get my little 5-minute spot a week. So keep your ears out. I saved a bit in the tank, so I got some jokes for Toby once I built a rapport with him. I was a little nervous week one. We had a few problems.
You'll mesh.
I'll mesh, trust me.
I love you had some stuff on the run sheet, and you're like, I just can't go with these early. First impressions will last. And
I'll be Jesse Hogan to his Toby Green eventually.
We'll put the link for that down below. So Toby Green.
And of course, captain of the ship, Long Dong Silver, Morgs.
Thanks for having me. Hey, footy's back, Das.
Footy's back.
What a week it is. Jeff, you might be getting too big for us. You might not be on the show much longer.
I will be. I definitely will be.
Nah, footy's back, Das. Very excited. Merch, all in merch tonight.
Let's plug the merch.
Yeah, it's great.
What do we got?
Got the hat, the blackout hat's a favourite of mine.
We all wear the shit out of these hats.
The hoodies, how comfortable are the hoodies? They're live.
They're the best.
This is new actually. So that first week it's been out. The t-shirt with the embroidered logo.
Embroidered sick.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Like where would you wear that? Like
everywhere.
Honestly,
like the
everywhere.
movies, out for dinner.
To bed, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. To the bin.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. Merch down below.
Yeah, they are
big
good.
final.
But honestly, I honestly think the hats are my favourite bit that we've ever done. They're unbelievable. The hoodies are awesome. They've actually got these nice, neat little pockets. So, boys, let's review last week's multi. So, 13 out of 22 legs, which to my accord is about 69%.
Yeah,
that's how we went.
enough,
So,
yeah.
let's start off with some stiff legs, Jeg.
Nick Watson anytime.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Didn't kick a goal in the MCG.
$1.15 leg.
The Wiz. $1.15.
Loves the G.
Darcy Fogarty 2 didn't just cost me. Cost punters all over Australia.
Yep.
Kicked 1 goal, 2, I think. And Bailey Humphrey for 20. I backed him in his 50th game.
Yep.
Loved him to have a big game.
Yep.
He only had the 11 touches. I still love him to bits though.
Just a weird game under the lead. Stiff legs, Jack Gunston for 2. Might just need a week off the boy.
He could see he got a bath by Jackson
Just
Payne.
looks a little tired, but that's okay. And Dacos for 1. Played unbelievably, but wasn't able to kick one under the lid.
Yep. Higgins for 3 in the last game. Didn't get there. Rankin for 2. Didn't get there. Had a few opportunities, but I had the man that had never not gotten 15.
Yes.
Against North or at Marble.
Yes.
He got subbed off in the first quarter with only 2. That's Braden Maynard with 15, which was so stiff.
Maiden Brainard.
Main Brainard, the Bruzzle. I was so shattered. So good levs.
Luke Davies-Udiak for 25. Isaac Heaney for 2 at $2.40. Great leg. He kicked 3.
Good betting.
Chad Warner for 20 and Josh Dunkley for 20. Lewis?
Toby Green for 1, milestone, he dominated. John Newcomb for 20, he had that. Cozzy for 2. That was the bet of the week. But the biggest bet of the week does. Ainsworth, Skinfolds for 1.
Nice.
Kicked 2 under the lid. That was that $1.60 leg.
Yeah.
Sunday leg was my People's Punters Club leg as well. So I'll move on to next week. We'll hit that again later on the show. But good bets there, does.
Yeah, my good legs. Kerno for 2, Warple for 20, Sarong for 20, and Jordan Dawson for 1. He's been kicking one every week.
He's such a gun.
Probably top 3 in the Brownlow right now.
He's such a gun.
I've got on the run sheet here, guys, ladies and gentlemen. This is always very exciting when we have a new segment, but
So many segments.
I'm going to swing this to you, Morgs. I'm going to swing you the rock. Take it away.
Yeah, I want to welcome you in for the very first time, Jeff, in the history of the show. Welcome to Ups and Downs. Don't know what the stinger's going to be.
Is there going to be a stinger?
Yeah, there'll be a stinger in there.
Dang.
So 3 ups and 3 downs in the world of footy, Jeff. All right, there's been a lot of good out there, but there's also been a lot of bad, and that's just from our show.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm not even talking about the world of footy. So all I want from you blokes, I want 1 up and I want 1 down in the world of footy. Das, kick us off with 1 down.
1 down. I just had to steer away from the footy, but my mum's spaghetti bolognese. It just, it was there. It's got to be Jesse Motlop.
Yeah,
the fact that he's still in the side, I don't know how he's doing it.
Yep.
He was walking in for goal, and usually the commentators pump me up. And Joey's like, yeah, he's kicked 1 goal in 4 weeks. He's averaging 6 touches a game over his last 4. He's had 24 touches in his last fucking 4 games.
Yeah.
How is he still in the side?
So
that's my down. He needs to go back to the 2s, probably forever. So that's my down.
Jesse Motlop down. Jeff, you're down for the week.
The North Melbourne midfielders.
Yeah, smart.
Harry Sheezel's shell of himself right now. Aldi looks like he's worried about himself.
Yep.
And whoever had the job to stop Nick Dacos, it was a bit of Powell, it was a bit of Wardlaw, it was a bit of Simpkin. They didn't get it done, and it cost him a game, cost him 4 points.
Yeah, I love that. Wow. My down is just Tasmania in general. Now, I'm not sure if I'm having a go at the state as a whole, the people running it, or just purely 30% of it, right? But what's going on right now, this pathetic little back and forth, I'm not happy with. Do you want an AFL team or not?
What?
And if not, just bugger off. Nice. That's what I want us to do. The stadium's too expensive. It's not the right spot. We've got other problems. Just fuck off. There's a great chance I will never go to Tasmania again, right? There's a great chance of that happening. Would you say there's a good chance of you never going to Tassie again?
Unless we go to Steve-O's again, the broccoli farm. That was awesome.
Now, could I up you? Imagine they had a team. Imagine they had gather round. Imagine you could go down there for a Bucks weekend. You had Saturday night footy down at this brand new Tassie stadium. So Tassie, you're down. Get it sorted. I want this fixed or fuck off. That's my down.
Jesus.
Das, give us an up.
Isaiah Dudley, boys, is a massive up for me. So we've been pumping him up on the socials a little bit. In the wet, he made it look dry. Super dry. Like Alice Springs dry on a nice dry day. Not a wet day. Nice dry day. Kick 2 sausages in the wet. Isaiah Dudley's going up on the AFL boards for me. Yeah. And it's going to be a sad day when he retires.
Definitely, absolutely.
Up, Cozzy Pickett. I was there live on the weekend. I talk about him a bit later. Oh boy, what a performance to be at
great
live.
Nice.
Angus Clark, my up. The South Australian Das from Tantanoola, Dobe.
Yep.
Just had Neil Patrick Harris, Ralph Smith on an absolute ice rink he did. 3 goals, 16 disposals. Just gave the Bombers some life, something to cheer. It was actually something happy to watch the Bombers for once. So he's a massive up. So 3 ups, Clark, Cozzy, Dudley. And the downs are Tassie, North midfield.
Motlop. And Das' mum's spaghetti.
Yeah. So they'll be recorded. The ladder will be there next week. It'll be one of those old school ones where you used to put the magnets, and we'll just work out who finishes in the top 4 at the end of the year, Das.
Yep.
That's a great segment.
That's ups and downs. All right, I'm going to swing to another one, boys. We actually have another new segment. We've got another one, boys. Doe Blind Direct.
Play the stick.
So we're going to swing this to the people.
Yeah.
I just feel a lot of people, there's a lot of things happening in footy. We had the ups and downs. Guys are playing good. Guys are playing bad. A lot of people don't have a platform, lucky enough, like we do, where they can actually talk about it. So it's time to air it out. What's on your chest? What's on your mind, Morgs? Let's open up the lines.
Yeah, so we opened up the lines on Sunday night, Jev, and it was good to have some people come in. So we've got 4 callers here. I've just banked it to 4. But we've got Michael from Melbourne. Michael, you're on the air. Michael?
Yeah, g'day, lads. I just want to say I do live in a complex block in the city. I won't disclose where, just for personal reasons, but I do live across from Jesse Motlop. And I can confirm at night time, opposite his bedroom window, he does sleep with the light on. Cheers, boys.
Beautiful, Michael. Jesse Motlop. Was that pricey?
Strong words from Michael.
Well, Michael, obviously great that you didn't disclose where Jesse lives, but that probably explains the recent form. The light on when sleeping, when the lights are on also on game time, obviously can't get near it, so he probably thinks it's bedtime. So
strong words there from Michael. We've got Big West here from the Western Suburbs. Big West, you're on the air.
G'day, guys. Daryl here from Western Suburbs. Just want to know, do you reckon Ed Richards actually puts a rinse through his hair? It's pretty red. Cheers, boys.
Westy, Daryl, obviously big Westy from the Western Suburb. It does look fake red, mate. It does look fake red. It doesn't look like a real red. It's like tinsel, isn't it? Red tinsel.
It looks purple, honestly, Eddie Richards.
He's playing great.
Red, it's purple.
He's playing great footy though, Rudolph.
He is, Ed.
Ed Richards.
Our 4th caller now, this is Lance from West Adelaide. I cut it to this. Now, Lance has been waiting patiently. Lance, you're on the air.
Thanks, mate.
Hey, guys. My name is Lance from Adelaide. I just want to know, how the fuck Brandon Thatcher has a game every week for Port Adelaide? I just want to know what we gave up to get him. It was a bunch of potatoes when he was sitting there in the back line. And Essendon, a goal kick on from Hawkins. And we bring him into the side in the wet. We concede over 100 points. And he's getting goals kicked on him by Johnny Miss and Tracy. And I've had enough of it. I've had enough.
Right, Lance. Settle down.
Emotional words.
I'm not exactly sure what they got from Brandon Thatcher. It sounded like a bag of potatoes, but yeah, in the wet, conceding 100 points, we're getting the side. Tracy in a miss. Obviously did not miss against your mob, so obviously condolences to you. I think Ken's on the way up. But guys, for everyone that got to hold on to actually getting on the airwaves, that was awesome.
Thanks for calling in, guys. Doe Blind Direct. It's just great to hear from the people, though, Das.
Oh, it's good. 2 new segments. Obviously, they'll be back.
0 from 2.
they'll be back firing very soon. That's some really good insight. So make sure if you guys want to get on next week, make sure the story will be up. Dope Line Direct. Just air it out, whatever you reckon. And all right, that's the first third of the show. Let's get into it. So coming up next, we have the round 12 edition of the 100K multi. Ooh, we'll be right back. The Sunday Roast is back for season 2025, Jev.
Oh, the show where we celebrate the winners and roast the losers.
You can find us every Sunday night after the Bachelor's game where we get on, and Jev, it's one hell of a show.
We give you the best odds and the best opinions, but the best odds are the bet you weren't on, but wish you were on.
It is out 6 a.m. every single Monday morning after the round concludes.
Listen to it driving to work Monday morning. You'll absolutely love it. The Sunday Roast.
Let's go. Alrighty, guys, we are back. The merch is back, and we are back with our best bets. As always, Jev, we try and get $10. We turn it into $100,000 betting on the footy. We've got a few buys this week. A few buys, and as always, we don't have the Thursday, Friday night games. Yep. They'll be in the Ramble. We've got some really good intel, and we've also got some awesome segments towards the back end as well. A few new things, and some exciting prospects.
More segments, more newies.
Yeah. It's a new show.
Stick to what we know.
All right, so let's get into it, Jev. Suns versus Freo. Let's kick us off. Let's get some winners in the early slate.
So this multi is powered by PointsBet.
Yeah,
we get our $10. We all put in $3 each, $3.30 each. $10 to try and turn it into 100K on the PointsBet app. This man is a leader of men, a beacon in the golden dusk of the Gold Coast. The kind of player who doesn't just wear the jumper, he gives it a meaning. A third-generation footballer who carries the weight of legacy like it's a leather footy on a Sunday afternoon. Wow. With grace, grit and guts. He's not loud, but when he speaks, teammates listen. When he moves, kids watch. And when he plays, every junior wearing number 15 dreams a little bigger. Yep. He's not just the future of the Suns, he's the blueprint for every young footballer should aspire to be.
Nice.
I'm talking about Noah Anderson.
Yes, of course you are.
He's in all sort of form, Lewis.
All sort of form.
I'm taking him just to kick us off. 25 touches, $1.25. He's coming off 36 and 35 his last 2 weeks.
Great stats.
He's on fire. He loves playing at home. He'll love getting the Dockers because they go head to head, and he will be the best out of all of them. Noah Anderson, $1.25 to kick us going. Lou.
Love it. $1.25 for 25 is short, but again shows the form he's in.
Yeah, he's in great form.
Love that. Give me Aaron Cadman for $1.
Nice.
You look at this bloke's average.
Whoa. Whoops.
You look at his average for $1. Oops. Oh, fuck. No run.
Yeah, no run.
Fuck.
Nice.
Oh.
So no bets for you.
Trav, can you cut that?
Beautiful. Awesome. All right, so this bloke's pre-game ritual, it's not meditating, it's not music, it's just grazing and just a nice patch of Sir Walter.
Yep.
That's what this is.
Love it. Buffalo.
Groundskeepers fear two things, the drought and Matt Rowell turning up hungry. He belts the opposition like they're the red-headed stepson. Give me the ginger turf titan himself.
Yep.
Matty Rowell for 20 touches at $1.20. He's gone over his last 3 weeks, boys, which we like to see.
Yep.
20, 29, 24, and he's starting to heat up. It's back at home. It's on his home deck. And you just feel the midfielders are going to go head-to-head. So you got him and Anderson, as you said, an all-time legend. Probably one of the best number 15s of all time. Him and Luke Hodge.
Yep.
And I'd probably still put Noah Anderson above him.
Really?
That's a good Noah
That's
Anderson.
great. Huge call.
So,
massive.
so he's going to go head-to-head with Freo. I think he gets it. Jeff, anything else in this one?
That's it, mate.
All right, boys, let's get into the next one. Giants Richmond. Giants Stadium. Almost want to start with Lewis.
No.
No, we'll go with Jeff.
Nah, this bloke chucks his jocks in the kettle night before to tighten them up a little for a date or something weird. Imagine a bull broke into a university and got a degree in clearance work. Nice. Now you've got a Tom Green. Nice. Tom Green is built like a fridge with legs, except the fridge has elite hands and averages 30 disposals a game. I'm taking Tom Green for 25 touches at $1.20. I know it's short, but it's money at home. Yep. He's had 25 touches at NG Stadium, 12 games in a row.
No.
12 games in a row for the number 12. Tom Green, 25 touches. Let's go.
Great the clean jocks.
Yes.
Great bets. Give me my man, Aaron Cadman.
Oh, here we go.
Aaron Cadman for $1. You look at his average for $1, it reminds me of Bradman. I told my wife I didn't bet on him last week. She called me a madman. I asked Xander Maguire how he got a job. He said, I don't know, mate. Just ask my dad, man. He's evolving before our eyes, Dobe. I heard Adam Kinsley rave about this. He raved about this bloke last week, and I go, you know what? What's he talking about? So let me take a look at the stats. I went to StatMate. He's kicked a goal 9 out of his last 10. He's kicked goals in both games he's played against the Tigers. His last 3 at Skoda, 1, 1, and 1. This is Bradman Dust. Green ticks for wheat pricks. I think I'm getting like $1.12 just for one.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But good on you, Xander.
That is so good. That is great play. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of the Tiger Cubs. Give me the biggest. Give me the strongest. The most dominant giant that there is. This bloke is so big, his knob has his own postcode. This bloke kicks truer than Adam Vinatieri, and he stutters more in his run-up than 27-year-old Eric May. Jesse Hogan for 4 at home. Let's not let the blip against Freo at home. Let's not let that scare us away from this. So this is $2.10 for 4 snags. So we don't want to look like the idiots that weren't on this side of it. 2 weeks ago, we were raving about this league. It was an awesome league. So apart from the one against Freo, this is his form before that at home.
Please.
9 goals, 5 goals, 6, 4, 5, and then he kicked 4 on the Tigers last year.
Nice.
All numbers are pointing towards the big giant to have an absolute dominant performance this week. So we saw the Tigers early on in the year. They look good at home. They got absolutely the belt from Port Adelaide away. So we're not sure how they travel. This looks like another real big tune-up game for the Giants, and I absolutely love this league.
Yeah, Port could have been a down too. Port are down.
Yeah, Mum Spaghetti's under it, I reckon. Jeff, anyone in this one?
I've snuck one by points bets outside edge here.
Have you really?
Yeah. I was just too good for the bat here. I've come wide from the crease, swung it in and nibbled it away here.
Okay.
Callum Brown, 2 snags at $1.75 is too damn much, Hogs.
Yep.
Too damn much. He's as hot as a Mexican's toilet at the moment. He was kicking them on his left, on his right, you name it on the weekend. He kicked 3 on the weekend, 2 last week. Yep. He's kicked 2 twice out of the 3 games he's played at NG Stadium this year. He's an absolute beacon of a bloke. Callum Brown for 2 snags at $1.75. Tick. Bang.
Chile.
What are you prepared to lose to?
Wrap it up. I mumbled.
That's great.
The Mexican toilet. Boys, that's an awesome start. Now, this is the last game of Saturday. We're flying through.
Is it really?
We're flying through the show. So here we go. Sydney, Adelaide. Adelaide have to win this game. We discussed on, guess the lines?
Yep.
We said this is a game where Adelaide, if they're going to actually secure themselves inside the top 8 and actually be a meaningful side this
Trying
year,
to be top 4.
they have to win it. They have to win this
Good
game.
call.
So Sydney, Adelaide, Jev, who do you like?
I don't care how bad the Swans are going. Watching these two play at the same time in their prime is an absolute pleasure. I love them both so much. Give me Chad for 20 and 1 at $1.64 and give me Isaac for 20 and 1 at $1.40. Yep. Isaac's had 20 and 1 at the SCG 4 games in a row.
Good.
Over 20 touches, over a goal.
Done.
He starts the first bounce out of the goal square the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
So here's a sneaky one for the personals.
Yep.
Take Isaac Heaney for the first goal in your personals this week.
That's not bad.
If you got to spare $5, just take Isaac Heaney first. But Isaac Heaney 21, and Chad's had 20 touches every game at the SCG this year he's played, and he's kicked 6 goals in his 5 games at the SCG.
Right.
So Chad 21, Isaac 21. They're the only way the Swans win is these two cook.
Yep.
Nice.
And you remember Isaac last time against the Blues 2 weeks ago, he had 38 and 3 goals, 5.
Yep.
I'm just asking for 20 and 1.
Yep.
He had 3 again on the weekend. He's kicked 6 goals the last 2 weeks. He's on fire. Lewis.
Best thing is he's getting shots on goal. Like, it's not like you're backing someone to hopefully get one. He's getting 6 goals, 6 shots and 4. So it's like, you know he's going to get an opportunity. So I love that leg.
Give me Isaac Rankin for 20 and 1.
Okay.
$1.31 for the 20, $1.30 for the goal. This bloke is on Cozzy Watch, Jeff. I watched Cozzy, what he did against Sydney, and so did you. You saw it.
Him up.
And I think it's going to be the exact same thing. There is no matchup for Isaac this week. For the Swans, Jeff, Isaac's like that first dinner with your new girl's dad. It's happening. You don't look forward to it. You don't enjoy it when it's happening. You'll meet him eventually, but you'll probably end up pissed with him Christmas Day. And that's me and Isaac. Statmate agrees with me. 100% on his last 5 for 1. 3 of his last 5, he's had the 20, but there's no matchup for him with the Swans.
Not.
So that's the thing. The 3 of the 5 worried me a little bit was the form there. But when I think about SCG, those wings, those narrow wings, I think this is a great bet. Ranking for 20 and 1, big final.
Nice. Morgs love that. Now, I'm going to piggyback off you a little bit last week. So, as you said, this bloke's as good as a foursome in Horsham.
Yep.
He's electric and awesome. This bloke loves touches against his old mob more than Morgs loves a bag of carrot and some hummus. So, let's go Jordan Dawson for 25 touches at $1.60. He's had 27 disposals his last 2 weeks. He had 25 disposals last year against the old firm at the SCG.
Yep.
Jordan Dawson, you feel when players are starting to get on a roll. He's on Brownlow watch.
He's on Brownlow watch.
Definitely.
When you start to get on a roll, you get halfway through the season. I know it's not about individual accolades, but Nick obviously always knows he's there. Bailey Smith's around the mark. Jordan Dawson's there.
Yep.
And you reckon that they're like, well, let's just keep getting the ball. When he does, good things happen. I think he's going to continue to roll on with it. Probably not spend too much time half back. I really like him the ball and 25 touches, boys. I think it's an absolute.
You heard it here first, Jeff.
Yeah, love it.
These are like, all right, boys. Now time for the most lucrative segment in all sports, Gold Rush. The best bets we weren't on, but we wish we were. So this is powered by StatMates. Let's go through some of the best markets from last week. All right, so the best for 20, Mitch Owens. He had 25, but for 20 it was $6.50. Caleb Smith was $7. Isaac Quainer was $7.50. Harvey Thomas for 20 was $12. And Callum Archie in an awesome game was $14. Awesome.
I've got 25 touches here. Josh, the fruit tingle drinker Worrell, was $8. Sam Berry, $8.50. Joel Jeffrey was $11. Riley Hardiman was $34. Jesus. And Mitch Owens was $34.
Nice.
That's a great bet. Andy Mack for $8. 31 touches, got it $8. Jack Steele 33 for $8.50. Ed Langdon had 31 at $12. Christian Salem dominated the Swans. Jeff had 31 at $13. And then Sam Doherty had, what a return dust, 30 disposals at 14-1.
Nice. The best for 35. It's amazing how short these first four are for 35 disposals. So Nick Dacos was $4.25. Zach Merritt was $4.75. Nasai Wanganeen-Malira was $5.50. Noah Anderson, Jeff, your man was $5.50. And Nick Martin for 35 on the Donga was $12, which is good.
I've got one goal kicker here. Miles Bergman was $4. Joel Jeffrey was $5. Harry Perryman was $5. Christian Salem to go with his 30 was $7. And Alex Pears was $8.
Yes, he's kicked one of the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
and now he's dropped out.
Yeah.
Perfect. For 2, the best market in sports stars. Tim Taranto kicked 2 at $9.50. Hugo Ralph Smith, Neil Patrick Harris for 2 at $13. Nice. Tom Sparrow kicked 2 at $14. James Peatland kicked 2 at $14 again. And then our man Angus Clark, you'll hear from him again, but for 2 you could have got 17.
So Riccardi for 3 was $8. Connor McDonald for 3 was $13. Murphy Reed, you'll hear from him again. He kicked 4, but for 3 was $13. Matt Kennedy, what an awesome season. For 3 goals, $15. And Angus Clark on debut for 3 sausages, 81 big one.
Oh my God. Did anyone have that? For 4 goals, Cozzy Pickett for 4 was $7.50. Rochelle for 4 was $9. Shannon Neal for 4 was $14. Callum Archie for 4 was $19. And Murphy Reed, the first year up, was $41 for 4.
Nice, that's awesome.
And for 5, Jez Cameron for 6, you hear from him again for 5 was $6.50. Jamie Elliott kicked 5 for $9. Cozzy Pickett for 5 at $19. Josh Rochelle for 5 at $21. And then wheelchairs for Shannon kicked 5 at $41-1.
That is
what
awesome.
A game.
And then Jeremy Cameron for 6 was $15, which is pretty short. But that was the best, the most lucrative segment in all sports. The best we weren't on, but we wish we were. That was Gold Rush. If there's anything that this makes you happy, and if this gets you excited, it's the fact that guys are kicking sausages.
Yes.
Guys, like, ladder them. Put them together. Imagine you had Rochelle, Pickett on the Sunday ticket together and Angus Clark for 3.
Well, we spoke about it. We had a chat on Friday night and we said, Shannon Neal, does he have a career game? And I said, what does a career game for Shannon look like? And there's your 5. Fuck. Missed it.
It's unbelievable. And the fact that, like, you look at some markets, you're like, that looks stupid. It's not. It's there for a reason.
Nothing is stupid.
Nothing is stupid. It just hasn't happened yet. All right, guys, let's crack into it. Sunday. This is the Sunday cream. We've only got 2 games to get through. So let's get into it. Melbourne, St Kilda. This isn't at the MCG, Jeff. This isn't at Marvel. This is up on TIO. This is the Territory. Good footy at the Territory. A lot of points at the Territory. Yeah. We love the Territory.
Remember Freo beat the D's by about 100 points last year?
Yep.
And the belt.
Jeff?
Boys, the stats can tell you one story. 17 touches and 2 goals 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
21 touches and 2 goals 2 weeks ago. But then live at the ground in person. On a field with Isaac Heaney, Max Gawn, Chad Warner, Christian Petrarca. This man was head and shoulders the most talented and explosive man on the field I saw on the weekend. Okay. I'm talking about Cozzy Pickett, and my pyramid autistic radar is now buzzing.
Really?
Just in my head.
Zing, zing.
There was it was something else on the weekend. It was just something else on the weekend. 24 touches, 5 goals 15 touches in the forward 50. I think he hit the post twice. It was an all-time performance in person. You know when you sit level 1, so you're close enough to the action, but you're the back of level 1, so you're a bit over the top of it, and you can see the action happening. I just saw it all. I saw it all. He has the perfect role in football. The Dusty role, the Toby Green role, the centre bounce midfielder that gets to roll forward without an opponent.
Great call.
He attends the centre bounce, they win the clearance, he's just bolting forward and trying to win the game, and he killed us. He kicked 6 in Alice Springs against Port a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he did. Dominated.
He had 20 in he's had 20 plus his last 2 weeks. He's kicked 2 against the Saints before. I'm happy on a Sunday leg to have Cozzy for 20 and 3. Jesus. 20 and 3.
Wow.
20 touches, 3 goals. The shots will come.
Yep.
5 goals, 4 on the weekend.
He's playing for the midfield. He's doing it all.
He's doing it all. So 20 touches at $1.85. So they're basically telling you his line is 20 and a half.
Yep.
$1.85. 3 goals is $2.90. He's coming off 5, 2, and 3.
I reckon 290 is great.
Yep.
Fair, but
Sunday leg.
Yep, awesome.
Cozzy for 20 and 3.
Good betting.
He's on fire. What I watched on the weekend, he was the best player in the comp sort of fire.
Yep.
He's kicked 2 every game since he missed on Dope Thursdays.
Yes.
Hey, and sometimes that's all it takes.
It does. Dope Thursdays 2-0.
Great betting.
Yeah, Morgs.
Good final. The only limit to our realisation of tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
Will our... Cut that, Trav. The only limit to our realisation of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Franklin D. Roosevelt. That's why we're backing Cal Wilkie for 15 disposals at $1.25, Das. Forget the hesitation. Forget the overthinking.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the role, the form, the matchup. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will, Jeff.
Yep.
Wilkie's been building momentum. His last 5, 15, 24, 16, 24, and 21.
Yep.
If you're sitting on the fence, remember it's not talent that holds us back. It's doubt. Back him in. Believe in tomorrow. Because I'm starting to believe. Dope.
That's awesome. What a leg. Fuck. I feel jacked up after that. That was was that written in a stone or something?
That was straight from the heart.
That is awesome. All right, boys. This bloke's hair is so greasy you could fry chips in it at halftime. Opposition defenders don't slip off this bloke because he's elusive. It's just the oil coming off his fringe. If this bloke got any greasier, BP was going to sponsor him. I'm talking about Bailey Fridge for 2 snags at $1.70. Have you seen that slick back? It is unbelievable. So this guy, he feels like he's done his time. He got dropped. Came back in as the sub against Brisbane and was running up and down, kicked a goal late, and then kicked 2 goals last week against the Swans. That's all I want to see. I want to see him hit the scoreboard as well. He kicked 2 against the Saints last year. Numbers are pointing north. The only thing shinier than Fritch's boots is the top of his head. So I've got Fritch in there for 2, the Fritchel.
Yep.
The chicken Fritchel. Let's get into the last game. West Coast Geelong. I'm not sure who Geelong are going to rest. Or maybe they just go over because they're like, West Coast actually do get a bit frisky at home. They're like, we still need to win this.
Yep.
It's not going to be maybe easy. Jeff, who do you like?
The greatest bet in sports.
Fucking hell.
It's like taking Shohei Ohtani for a home run. Like taking Angel Reese to miss her first basket.
Yep.
Like taking SGA's over in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like taking Das to have skiddies in his white jocks.
Hey.
I'm taking Ollie Dempsey for 2 snags at $1.95. It was promised on the show a couple of weeks ago. As soon as we had the chance to have this as a Sunday leg, we're gobbling it up.
Well done.
And we are gobbling this up. He kicked 2 snags 6 weeks in a row. 6 weeks in a row he kicked 2. Then on Thursday night he kicked 1 goal 3. One of them hit the fucking umpire's flags.
Yeah.
They didn't hit the post. It hit the flag of the umpire and they called it a point. And he missed a sitter. 1 goal 3, missed a sitter. So he should have 2 goals 7 weeks in a row. $1.95 for him to kick 2. It's the best bet in sports, and now that it's Sunday leg, we had to take it. Ollie Dempsey, 2 goals at $1.95.
Great stuff. Give me Tyson Stengel last for 2.
Oh, okay.
He's shiftier than your ex, this bloke. He's quicker than your uncle on Valentine's Day. He absolutely frosts the Eagles, and who can blame him? He has 3 bags in his last 4, kicking 8 in the last month. 2, 1, 4, 3 his last 4. I went back and checked the game. He only kicked 1, Jeb. I thought that just a little odd. What's happened there was gather round. First year of gather round, I knew there'd be something up. He just loves coast, loves the bay. So Geelong, Perth, good areas. Adelaide, a little bit inland for him, all right? So just for 2, I think we're getting about $1.60, Das. Can't confirm on that. Great leg. He'll kick 2 in, what, quarter and a half?
Probably a quarter and a half. He'll get it done early.
It's easy work.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Jez.
Jez who?
Jez knocking on the bottom of the bloody pyramid, Jeb. You're in here. You kept him off. He knew you left him off. We saw it.
Yeah,
He's
curse.
like, hey, I'm here. I know I'm going to have a big couple of weeks. So, Jeff, we all know what he does. He shears the sheep, he milks the cows, and he kicks the goals. So, the last 2 weeks, boys. So, we've got him in for 4 goals.
Yep.
This is an awesome Sunday leg. So, let's go back to big forwards bashing up average sides. Hogan for 4 against Richmond on his home deck, and then Jez just doing without Dangerfield. So his last 2 weeks, he's kicked 7 and 6 goals. His last 2 games against the Eagles, he's kicked 4 and 9. They're big games.
Great
4
games.
and 9.
That took a
4 and
while
9.
to swallow. Yeah,
they're
that's
just
really nice.
4, 9, 7, 6, respectively. So his last 2 weeks have been awesome. 4 goals. He's just going to have it on a platter. I don't know. I don't think he's going to get Sandy Brocked. I don't think he's going to get Sandy
I
Brock.
think it may be good, too good for
4
Sandy
goals. This is $2.70. This is awesome. Now, this took for ages to get this. So, obviously, PointsBet, there was something about this market. We could get him for 1, 2, 3, and then 5. No 4.
No,
so, I had to message our awesome contacts at PointsBet. We said, hey, where's the market for 4? Why have you taken it down? Because they know.
Yeah, they know.
And they're like, oh, quick, we'll put it back up. So make sure if you can gobble it up now. Jeff, that's the multi.
That's the multi. So $10.96. $10.96.
Yeah, we got that. We should
$3.50 each. $3.50 each will get you there. You get $100,069.
Is this the week? So we've been, how many attempts do you reckon we've had at this?
Well, for it to be the week, good players need to play well this weekend.
True.
And we can't have something like Bruzzy Maynard having the 2 touches and getting injured.
The plan.
Like, we need good players to play well for the whole weekend.
Bit of luck on our side, you reckon?
Bit of luck on our side. Because I love all the bets, but it's going to take good players to play well.
Yep.
Definitely.
And we're back good players. So let's get into it.
Please.
Gold Coast Freo, Noah Anderson 25, Matt Rao 20.
Good bets.
At home, happy with that. Let's go.
Yep.
GWS Richmond, Jesse Hogan for 4, Tom Green for 25, Callum Brown for 2, Aaron Cadman for 1.
Your man.
Form says it just hits.
Great bets.
Yep.
Get into Sydney Adelaide. Chad for 20 and 1. Isaac for 20 and 1. Rankin for 20 and 1.
Yep.
Isaac Heaney for 21. Isaac Rankin for 21. Jordan Dawson 25.
Love it.
Love it. Melbourne's Kilda, Cozzy for 20 and 3.
Yep.
I know it sounds like a lot, but he's on fire.
Yeah, no, back to
Bailey
form.
Fritsch for 2. Christian Petrarca anytime. No one read that letter.
Yeah, I've got it there. Sorry, I'll read it out. Give me the Portuguese rattlesnake, Trackzilla, Quadzilla, Nonna's Nightmare, the Pasta Prime Time, and Christian Penne Trucker. So Christian Petrarca for 1 goal at $1.28. He's kicked 4 and 2 his last 2 games against the Saints, and last year against Freo, TRO kicked 1. And in round 14, 2020, against the Saints in Darwin, he kicked 4 goals, 1 against them.
That's good form.
So I've only got him for 1.
North of Adelaide.
Perfect. So Cozzy for 20 and 3, Bailey Fritsch for 2, Christian Petrarca anytime, and Cal Wilkie for 15.
Nice.
Great bets.
Then we roll into the last game. West Coast Geelong, Stengel 2, Dempsey 2, Jez Cameron 4.
Nice.
So that's 8 goals. How many are they going to kick? They're going to kick 18, 19.
16.
They're going to kick
18.
18 goals. So $10.96 gets $100,000. Good players to play well, form to hold up.
Yep.
It's going to take some luck.
Yep.
A couple of buys this week and a few less games to bet on, but we love our legs. We've backed like pyramid players all around.
I think Waters found its level. I reckon Gentleman's Night we went a little bit weedish, which I liked, but didn't certainly pay off. Then last week felt really good, was a little bit still wide. I reckon we've just gone back to basics here.
But last week we missed on like Nick Watson not kicking one.
Yeah, and that's not...
You got to trust good players.
Yeah, you got to trust them. All right, that's the multi for round 12, boys. All right, so the last third. This is awesome. We've got the ramble. We've got a few new things we're announcing. And obviously, we're going to crack into the Thursday and the Friday night game. So, we'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much. If you have made it this far, we really appreciate everything you guys do. If you do want to support, if you do want to get involved a little bit more in the Discord, the link is below. It is unbelievable to actually try and get to connect with you guys as much as possible, and also the merch is all there. So if you want to get involved, help support us a little bit more, that'd be greatly appreciated. Cheers. Alrighty, boys, awesome stinger. Guys in the truck.
Stinger.
What's his name? What's his name in the
Trav.
truck? The new guy, Trav. Hit the stinger, baby.
Awful tune.
Ramble.
It's my ringtone.
All right, so before we get into the Thursday, Friday night games, Jeb's going to kick us off with something, and then Morg's going to kick us off with something. So, Jeb, what do you have to say?
The People's Punters Club is up and running.
Yep.
Great idea, horrible start.
That's okay.
6 people lost and 6 people remain.
Yep.
The remaining people for this week are the 28-year-old male,
Yep.
Tommy Sheridan, Chocks Chats, Jules the Foxcatcher Valance, Mitch Wallace, and our man Carrots Morgan. Morgs,
Attaboy.
what is your leg of the week?
Give me Brad Close for 1 at $1.60. Yep. He's 100% his last 5. 100% his last 5 except for last week. So what do we like to say, Das? You're either hot or you're due. So he's been hot for a month and now he's due, which is where we pounce. Really, this should be a $1.30 leg. We know that too well from being all 100K last year. But yeah, this is a great bet. Ainsworth, Ainsworth kicked 2 last week. People said to me, like, Jesus, better bets in there. And
You're an absolute metropolis on a Sunday afternoon last game,
It's weedish, Brad Close, but 100% he's kicking one in Perth.
It's a great leg.
Das, you and me aren't back in until the multi salutes.
Yep.
So if 6 people hit this week,
We're in.
The Punters Club wins. We go back to the 12 people again. We start all over again. If it goes, if 3 people lose, there's only 3. We're not back till it salutes.
Yep.
All right. So
All right.
People's Punters Club, great idea, tough start, but people are starting to wrap their head around it a bit. So I'm excited.
Lewis, so guys, wrap your ears around this. This is exciting. Morgs has got I don't even really know how this works. So Morgs, kick it away.
So I'm bringing in first goal glory. Das,
Ooh.
first goal glory. I wanted to add
Do we have a stinger for that?
Don't think so, but potentially. Trav, you let us know. Trav will email us if there is. But first goal glory. So I want to bring back a little bit of spice to the ramble, and I want us to bring back, if you're following us long enough, you know the NFL challenge we did where we recorded every single pick we made, and the loser had to do something. Now, that's something, Das, to spend 24 hours at McDonald's where you could wipe an hour off for every Big Mac you ate.
Yeah.
It was fucking funny. I was there with you every hour. You spent, I think, 10 and a half hours at Macca's. You had 13 Big Macs.
13 or 14, whatever it works, and then 50.
20 odd nuggets. Okay, it was hilarious. So I'm bringing this back. First goal glory. We're going to pick a goal scorer, right? One from each team.
For Friday night footy.
For every Friday night game until the end of the year. Okay. Right? The loser. Okay, so first and second, no punishment. Okay. The loser will have to go bowling. And they have to hit 100 strikes before they're allowed to leave. Now, I've done the numbers on this, and I'm giving you an average of 3 per game. Right? So that averages out to be about 6.6 hours of bowling. Right?
Wow.
So that's a sore right arm. It might even be using the ramp, but obviously that's going to take a little longer.
No bumpers?
No bumpers. Okay, so 100 strikes, 100K, 100 strikes. That will be the punishment in October. First goal glory, Collingwood Hawthorn. Das, you get a player from each team.
Yep.
You get them in the first half, and
Yep.
you get that same player in the second half.
Okay.
How you score points is what they pay. Let's take an example. If Jesse Hogan is $3 to kick the first, if he kicks it, you get 3 points.
Right.
Okay, so it's the dollar value. Das, you give a snake order, you get first pick. Who do you like?
I'll go Nick Watson. I don't think he's ever kicked the first, but I've got to stick with my man.
Nice.
I'm going to go Jamie Elliott.
Great pick, Jeff. Give me Connor McDonald. He's in great form. And give me Brody Myercheck for the Pies.
Yep.
I'll take Marbiol Chol for my Hawks.
Love it.
I'm going to take Nick Dacos.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good bet.
I think his value, whether he kicked the first in grand final the other year,
He's kicked the first couple of times.
Love it.
he might do it. So he hopefully is around the 17-point mark for me.
Love it. So remember, you get them for both the first half and the second half. If they pay $7, you get 7 points if they kick it. Loser at the end of the year in October has to have 100 strikes before they can leave bowling. Great segment.
Nice.
Ripper.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
All right, let's crack into the ramble. So here we go. By the way, we're going to find a bowling alley. Hopefully, going to try and get them to sponsor them. If people want to come down, they want to knock down some
strikes.
pins
Couple of
with
beers,
us. Yeah. What? Couple of bowling
Bing
shirts.
tangs and some strikes.
Let's get into it. So Brisbane and Essendon. Essendon have a few players out. Obviously, a few key positions. You know, I always have a little stat for you.
Yeah, I love the stats.
Each of Essendon's last 9 games against Brisbane have hit the over.
Okay.
Lots of points.
That's good.
So that's 174.
Okay.
So that's $1.90. I'm not sure where the Bombers will be kicking all their goals, but I think Brisbane will be kicking a lot of goals.
That's a good
So
call.
just because of the injuries, I'm not too sure. Is there anything that you like in this game, Jeb?
I'll tell you the best bet in sports. $10 into $100. You ready, boys?
Yeah.
Please, I need it.
Dope Thursdays into Jevy Fridays.
Yes.
The 2 hottest sports gamblers on the planet.
Yep.
Have $10 on Dope Thursdays. He'll turn it into $33 for you.
Yep.
He'll turn you 10 into 33. Then have 33 on Jevy Fridays.
Yep.
And I'll get you to 100 for your weekend gambling. Come on. I've got a leg for you in this. You go, Lou.
No, you go.
No. So
You go, Ralph Smith.
last week in the Brisbane game, we had a $50 bet, us 3. Yep. We went Josh Dunkley, Will Ashcroft, Lockie Neal, Dane Zorko, Hugh McCluggage. Then we had Warple and Newcomb, all for 20.
Yeah.
Remember, we were a bit nervous about it, all for 20. Stacked up, we won $190 from $50. It got to about, it got to like $3.30. We were like, beautiful. So, Merritt, Neal, Zorko, Ashcroft, Martin, McCluggage, Dunkley.
I can one more.
We've still got Roberts, Caldwell, McGrath, Archie Roberts. I reckon Caldwell gets a 2. It's $2.50. Merritt, Neal, Zorko, Ashcroft, Martin, McCluggage, Dunkley, and Archie Roberts, all for 20, is $2.50. Odds boosted
And then is Charlie Cameron back? Do you finally hit Charlie Cameron?
for a goal.
2.
What does 50 get you?
Charlie Cameron's $1.70 for 2. I was going to say, Jeff, he hasn't kicked a goal yet this year. You're either hot or you're due. This is where we make our money. Kai Lohman hasn't kicked a goal.
Yeah.
That's not a bad bet.
That's not a bad bet.
Kai Lohman for 2 goals is $2.50.
Just one.
No, but I'm saying the personals.
It's
If
personally.
he kicks 1, he kicks 2.
Responsibly, of course.
I'll tell you what's a good one as well. Archie, Lohman, Charlie Cameron, Cam Rayner, all to kick 2.
That's not
Hipwood
bad.
and Logan Morris go missing sometimes.
Oh,
and then they
Hipwood.
just kick goals from everywhere.
Cost me a mortgage.
Yeah, relying on Hipwood is like relying on one-ply toilet paper.
Borgs,
good.
do you like anything in this one?
Yeah, I do. Zach Bailey's my man at the moment.
Wow.
Yep. 15 disposals. I love it. Playing like a mid-forward role now. I like him for 1 even, but he's 100% his last Baker's month and 7 of his last 7. So we've got some pretty good form there.
That's good intel.
Yeah, it is.
This is what I want in the comments. I want to put a wingers multi on. I reckon wingers are kicking goals. So Hugo Rolfsmith kicked 2 from the wing.
Yep.
Archie Roberts kicked 3. Ollie Dempsey kicked his usual 1 goal 3.
Connor McDonald.
Connor McDonald kicked 3. Zach Bailey, I heard Kingy saying he should be in the contention for All-Australian winger, and Hugh McCluggage as well. Who are the best wingers? The wingers to look out for. Justin McInerney comes back for the Swans. He has a shot at goal
Mason
every
Wood
week.
will have a shot.
Mason Wood will have a shot.
Ed Langdon.
Someone send us a wingers multi. If it's any time or 2, let's put it on. The wingers to kick a snag. That Archie Roberts winger, the winger
Yes,
on the dead
definitely.
side, he gets to the goal square. There is so many wingers kicking goals at the
Cash,
moment.
yep.
I reckon Nick Martin plays a bit on the outside on the wing
That's
sort
a
of
good
thing.
call.
He usually kicks a goal. Talk to me.
Wingers multi.
Well, in the comments. We'll back you in. If we love it, everyone put their favourite winger to kick a goal. Mine's Justin McInerney to kick 1 in the Swans game. Yours is Ollie Dempsey to kick 2. And yours is Zach Bailey to kick 1 or 2.
I do love Connor McDonald as well.
Connor McDonald. Exactly.
Nick Martin kicked 2 last week. He's 450.
450. Exactly. I reckon there's cash to be made.
Isaac Alkakius,
El
475.
I'm not betting on
Key
Isaac.
forward.
Okay.
All right, let's get into Friday night. This is the game. This is the one that everyone's been waiting
First
for.
goal glory.
If you like Hawthorn, if you hate them, it doesn't matter. Their next month is just must view.
Yep.
Like, it's awesome. Their matchups are going to be, like, this should have, like, 92,000 there. As long as the weather's really good. So I do have a little stat here for you, lads. Do have a little stat. So the Pies have won each of its last 11 matches against a team on a losing streak. So the Hawks are on a little bit of a losing streak. So $1.60, you are getting head-to-head. Now,
quite nice.
for those that haven't listened, we do guess the lines. So we do it. We did it Sunday after we did the Sunday roast. So we don't look at the odds. We don't look at the margins. So then me and Jev, we both write through what we think the line's going to be. We read it out. We guess whoever's closest to the pin wins. So I won't say who won. Make sure you go listen to it. But the one thing that we will mention from that show, so it's out now, YouTube, by the time you listen to this.
Yep.
Jev really most of the time we usually say eye to eye. And Jev just thought, in this game, I can see the Collingwood or Hawthorn, one of them's going to win from outside 25 points.
Yep.
And my initial thoughts was, I just think it's going to be an all-timer. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be within 25 points. So I'm not sure if there's a little handshake bet that we can do, Jev. I'm not sure if there's something that you thought.
Unbelievable you're saying this.
No, I'm not sure if there's something
Talk to
that you
me.
thought of, but I think it's going to be within 25 points. I think the Hawks have to stand for something, and I think the Pies are too good, no matter how far the Hawks are in front, that they can't peg it back.
Yep.
So what are your thoughts on it?
I absolutely love it from you. So I wrote this down as well. We have to have a handshake bet. So last year, Hawthorn ran at Collingwood at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yep.
Remember Jack Ginnivan had like 30 and 3 or whatever. He had his career game.
Shut the-
He
yeah,
was
yeah, that's
doing
right.
Go to sleep to the Collingwood fans. They were hating it.
Yep.
I'm just looking at the history, and yeah, so it's a bit of a mix. It's either over heaps or it's under. So you want I wrote down 20 points here. Well, I'll go 25. Loser has to eat the most sour lolly on earth to start the show next week.
Done.
So as soon as we click recording, you put this bad boy in your mouth. The Black Death Ultra Sour. We'll buy one right now.
Done.
And if you lose, so I've got Collingwood 25 plus, Hawthorn 25 plus. I really wanted 20 plus. Dar's got either team under 25.
You like it.
Done.
The intro with that in your gob will be hilarious.
And you just, as soon as the camera starts on, the thing starts, just
Either
suck it
way,
and
No
just
worries.
start
how
talking.
good's this? Thanks to PointsBet, either way, me and you are going to make money.
Yes.
One of us. So if I take Collingwood 1 to 24,
Yep.
that's 310.
Nice.
If I take Hawthorn 1 to 24, that's 370.
Nice.
If you take Collingwood plus 25, that's 285. And if you take Hawthorn plus 25, that's $5.
Perfect.
Someone wins.
Someone wins.
Someone wins some cash.
Someone eats.
If you put 50 on both and you're happy, you win. How good's that?
If you're confident
It's
in
good
the
that we
league.
got a margin here for it. So the margin's 24 and a half.
Got to have a
Yeah.
margin.
I'm going to outlay on that. That's awesome. Handshake bet.
Handshake bet. Let's go.
Go.
Huzzah.
Can we shelve something as well?
If it's a draw, Morgs has the lolly.
Can we shelve? Can we shelve?
Sure.
Can Morg just shelve a carrot?
Hey, do you like any legs? Anything you like?
I
this-
would love some help with Jebby Fries. Give me some legs.
Bob,
Whoever,
I got two.
I reckon there's 1,000,000 in this game. Nick Watson's kicking goals. No Braden Maynard out there. Nick Watson's going to kick some touches. Collingwood let players have touches. John Newcomb's having 20. Nick Dacos is getting touches. Will he get Finn McGuinness? Will he get Connor Nash? Do you take Nick Dacos for a goal? James Sicilly's as gettable as anyone in football right now. Brody Myercheck, Tim Membry. This game is going to be a banger.
If you're a believer in Jack Ginnivan, and this has to be his get right game, and I still wouldn't personally. I don't want to touch him for bets because he looks out of it. But there's a game to do it. I will in the personal because I was just holding a yawn. I just don't want to be on the side if he kicks 3 and I'm like, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I missed out.
That's fair.
So I've got to go him. I've got to go him for 3. I'll take him for 3.
What do you
against
get
the
for
old mob.
3?
For 3, you get $5.50.
That's good. Can I give you a couple of filthy ones?
Yeah.
Jeff, I think you need to have a look at these.
Yeah,
It's players that you don't love to bet on, but the form's there.
Yeah.
And I got 2 fucking rippers of that example.
Talk to me.
Number 1 is Patrick Lipinski. Right?
Dominates the Blues.
15 disposals, $1.18. He's reliable for 15. He has not missed this year, aside from once at the G.
Okay.
And then next one, Harry Morrison. 15 disposals, $1.25. He debuted in my personals last week. Love this. He had a lazy 28 against Brisbane. He's at 15, 8 straight.
Wow.
8 straight, and it's still $1.25. They're the ones, even PointsBet knows, they're not really ones you want to touch.
Yeah, so
but hey, there's cash there, Jeff.
Cash there.
Who's the first whipping boy? Is it Morrison or Ward that goes out when
Josh Ward.
Morrison
stays.
Day
Morrison
gets
was
back.
there when
Yeah.
Day was there. Someone will hit a $60 multi that in our community, in our Discord, saying they'll hit a 60 to 1 same game multi on this game. Please put it on PointsBet so we can share it on the show next week. I'm telling you.
Yep.
We'll put it on the roast or on the show. Someone's going to hit a banger on this game. It's going to be Watson 2, Bobby Hill 2, Myercheck 2, Marbiol Chol 2, Newcomb 25, Dacos 25, Morrison 15, Lipinski 15.
Cam McKenzie 3 at $81.
Yeah.
I got a rolling multi for you.
Done.
Yes.
Finish
So
us
remember
off.
last week we added futures because I really wanted
Yes.
to have a future
Yep.
and it didn't hit because Darcy Fogarty didn't kick 2.
That's
What's
right.
a future bet we need to be on?
Okay, see.
Is it the Cats to make the grand final?
Now, someone, because you know that it fluctuates. What's someone outside? Like, can we go
Noah Anderson,
Adelaide?
Brownlow.
Yeah, see, that's
What
more
about
areas.
Jesse Hogan Coleman?
What's he paying?
350?
Jeremy
375.
Cameron Coleman. He's in front.
$4.
He's going to kick 8 this weekend.
All right, $4 is done.
Done.
So
No,
I'm
you
getting
can't have Jez 4 with it though.
27.30 I'm getting.
Okay.
All right. Chad 20 and 1.
Yes.
Cozzy 20.
Nice.
Yes.
Jez 4.
Yeah.
Jez Coleman 27.30.
That's
It's
right.
on.
It's on.
Just put $10 on it.
Let's go.
Bang.
10 into 273. Let's go. Right before we finish, can we do a bit of a pyramid preview? I just want some a pyramid review. I want some help.
Yep.
I've left off Isaac Heaney, Jeremy Cameron, Cozzy Pickett now, and Toby Green.
Yep.
They are clearly top 21 players in this league.
Yeah.
Cozzy's really just hitting the radar now, but the other 3 are clearly top 21. Do I rely more on form, or do I just go back to knowing they're the 21 best players in the league? I know it's a fluctuation.
Still think it's a healthy mix, but
Yeah.
I don't know what that formula is.
Yeah, what is it?
Because we did say we're like, Jez Cameron, with danger out, he could go off these next few
And I
weeks.
had to predict he was going to go off, and I should have had him in. Yeah, it's a rich tapestry.
Absolutely.
So like
course, Jeff.
6 on the week. So 7 is good pyramid form. So I've 2, 1. There's a 4 in there. 2. There's 4. 1, 1, 1, 1. He's been okay.
Yeah.
He's leading the Coleman now, so he has to be in. So I fucked up.
All right, I reckon that's it.
Premiership Pie next week. Might have a special guest next week, but again, we never announce these because if we announce it, they don't come on.
Let's end this
Kim
show.
Jong-un.
Please,
End this show.
put a bow on this.
Swans, Crows. Fuck. The Swans are shit. Swans by 10 points. I love them. I love them so much. Blues playing?
Jesse Motlop will get dropped off a bye. Yeah, he's got dropped from the bye.
The best on ground. The coaches votes best on ground for Collingwood, Hawthorn, and the margin.
Coaches vote all of them. We're gonna
No,
have
just who gets best on.
who gets best
by the
on.
coaches.
Is there a chance Motlop plays the bye, Paulie?
100%.
Motlop has 3 and gets subbed off against the bye.
I'm gonna go Warple for most coaches' votes.
Warble, and who wins? Hawthorn
They
wins.
win by 6 points.
Hawthorn by 6, Warble coaches votes. Chile!
Lee!
End this show.
Baby back ribs. If you guys made it through all the way to the end, I want you guys to comment ham and cheese sandwiches.
What are you prepared to lose today? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.